Microsoft in talks to buy Discord for $10 billion. Okay, so on the pre-show, which goes up on Floatplane and sometimes Twitch, we were having a little chit-chat before we started the show about, I made a little snide remark about like, oh, what? No, imagine that. A communications platform that just wasn't making any money, and it was all about user acquisition so that they could sell out. What? No way. And some viewers were saying that, hey, well, hold on a second. Discord's actually profitable. So I did some deep and careful research and found that in mid 2020, Discord declined to specify whether they were profitable or not. And anecdotal evidence would seem to suggest that no, Discord is probably not profitable. Luke, what can you tell me about the costs associated with developing, an app and media streaming platform, and how much Discord charges for their service? Do you like, what can you tell me about how well those things probably match up?
So some props that I will give Discord, and I know some people there, and this is not why I'm giving them props. I have pooped on many a company where I know people there in the past, so that is not a thing. But some props that I will give them is, as far as my understanding goes, they're actually a surprisingly small team, and they've created this monster of a product.
Incredible.
Like the team size versus what they've created is fantastic, but really high quality devs are really expensive.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure a decent amount of the people there have some form of I'm probably going to mix my words up here, but where they can get stock relatively easily,
some kind of equity.
Yeah. So there's some type of compensation that way, I believe. But doesn't matter. High quality devs are expensive. There's also like the fact that you and I are on a video call right now, and that streaming is free for everybody. And you might say the same thing about Twitch, but Twitch is ran on a subscriptions model where it's many people subscribing to one person to watch that one person's thing. Discord is essentially guaranteed to be few people watching one person. Twitch is for most of the people on the platform all the people on the platform that are successful, it's tons of people watching one person. Much easier to cache, all that kind of jazz. So you're like, okay, well, Twitch is subsidized by bits and subscriptions and all this other kind of stuff.
And ads, don't forget about ads.
And lots of ads.
Lots of ads, heavy ads.
Discord is monetized by just Nitro. Out of everyone I know that uses Discord, which is actually a lot of people, I'm pretty sure I know 1 to 3 people that use Nitro.
Yeah, and even if they did use Nitro, I think we're going to go ahead and assume that these are quite heavy users. And I mean, you look at the way that people use Discord. Like, for example, when I was playing Tarkov with you and Joe, and okay, so basically, if you're not familiar, Escape from Tarkov is like a super hardcore, like simmy shooter game. And essentially, you kind of drop into some zone, and your objectives have actually nothing to do with what anyone else in that zone may or may not be doing. So it's full of like NPCs. It's full of actual people who take over these sort of like bare bones, badly kitted out NPCs. And then it's also got other players that are fully geared up trying to do whatever the crap it is that they're trying to do. And what makes Tarkov super simmy and hardcore is that a lot of the niceties that you enjoy with regular video games, like say, for example, an on-screen map, or anything else in your heads-up display, or pressing the reload button, sort of magically taking your magazine that has 5 rounds left in it, topping it up with another 25 rounds, and all of a sudden you have a 30-round magazine, and then just like, a backpack full of bullets? Like this kind of instantaneous, refilling of magazines and reshuffling of bullets that kind of takes place in normal games. Tarkov doesn't have any of that. So most importantly, one of the things that Tarkov does not have is any kind of indicator over the other players to tell you if they are friend or foe. And for me jumping in, I basically told these guys, I was like, look, it is a matter of time before I absolutely murder one of you. So they made sure that I didn't have very good ammunition, I guess.
To be fair, you never killed Joe or myself.
That's true. I've only killed Dimitri from Hardware Canucks. It was not because of rivalry. It was not because of rivalry. It was an errant grenade, and he really should have known to get out of the way. So that's what I have to say about that. Anyway, the point is, what was my point? How on earth did I get into this?
You were talking about how we do the Discord streaming
Right,
stuff.
yes. So Luke, because you guys don't have any kind of indication of who other people are or where they are, no map, tell me what is it that you guys do? Because I thought this was pretty ingenious.
One of the tricks that you can do, and honestly, it pulls your eyes away from your actual screen, so it has some downsides. So you don't really use it like way too often.
I think the upsides outweigh the downsides, sir.
Yeah, there's definitely benefits to it. Is you stream your screen on Discord. Everyone streams their screen on Discord. So you have if we have 3 or 4 people playing in a lobby, every single person is streaming their screen. So you have 4 simultaneous streams going, and you just pop it up on a side monitor, show all the different streams. Unfortunately, for some reason, it always shows your stream, and you can't make it not.
Right.
But yeah, you can see everyone else's streams, which is pretty sweet.
So basically, that gives you an idea of where your teammates are and what the crap they're doing in a game that otherwise does not tell you that in any meaningful way. So you end up with all kinds of sort of code words and location callouts, hey, I'm on the ramp that's next to the roof where I failed real hard that one time. And for someone joining the group who hasn't, been on all of these previous exploits, it's like, I'm sorry, what the shit are you talking about? How am I supposed to deal with this?
Yeah, it can be pretty confusing. It's mostly helpful for Sherping people because you can tell them okay, look to your left, which actually has gotten a lot better because of compasses and also kind of junk. But yeah, that's a conversation for another time. Basically, though, we're not the only people that do that.
Yes.
And there's a lot of other people that do that for other things as well. Like maybe you have a few different people in a Discord lobby. They're playing a few different games. Yep. They just want to hang out in Discord. Hanging out. They all stream their games. That way you can tune into your buddy's game if you want.
Tell me something about live streaming costs versus VOD costs, Luke. Hit me with that knowledge bomb.
Live stream is super expensive because of caching. And especially in this type of scenario where you have few eyes on many streams, you're not really you're not really caching. So
right. So for those who don't understand, what does that mean? So what's the benefit of caching a live stream, or what's the drawback of not being able to cache a live stream?
So you're going to save on a huge amount of bandwidth, because if you can if you think about the amount of times that it has to jump, if you can send one bit of data 90% of the way, and then just copy that and send it to the last to
20 endpoints or
4,000 people.
Yeah.
Instead of sending all of the data entirely to 4,000 different people, if you can send it most of the way and then just replicate and send it from there, you'll save. That's a pretty rough explanation, but you'll save on a lot of bandwidth costs, which is fantastic, and also turns into processing and storage costs as well because of all the jumps. But yeah, so very minor amounts.
Sherp in chat asks, Sherping?
Sherpa. So trying to teach someone the game. Sorry, Tarkov term.
Yeah, so it's like guiding someone through the game, because if you try to go in and play a game like Escape from Tarkov without playing with someone who actually knows what they're doing, I mean, you know what? To you in the chat right now, that's like, I could totally do it. I did it. It was easy. It was awesome. You know what? Good for you. Good job. You know guns and gun things, and you're great. Wow, you're so smart. But for most people, that just ain't happening, because it's very challenging, and there's some really stupid, man. I could rant about Escape from Tarkov for quite some time. Remember that one time when I was trying to move an item, like a weirdly shaped item, into an inventory spot, and then pick up that item and put it into another spot that it fit better? Okay, so you can't just pick up an item on one side and then drop it onto a spot where something else is, and then just be holding that item and put it down somewhere else. That functionality has been available since Diablo 1, at the very least. And for whatever reason, Escape from Tarkov makes it so that you have to like move all the little things and then move that over there and then pick up this thing and put it over there. It's absolutely infuriating. Anywho, we were supposed to be talking about Microsoft being in talks to buy Discord. Right, so is Discord profitable? We're saying probably not, because video chat is basically live streaming to a single or a handful of endpoints, and it's super expensive.
And there's also the like extremely long-term connectedness of the voice chat. Like, yeah, voice chat isn't really that tough these days, but the sheer volume of voice chat going through Discord has got to be immense. Even just the like picture attachments and text.
Yeah, the storage,
literally
man.
just that. The storage has got to be absurd.
It's got to be absolutely obscene. And sorry, did I say voice chat? Because I meant video chats. Like Luke and I are in a video call right now.
Video chats, voice chats, text chats, live streams. They
Everything.
do so much stuff.
But I mean, the thing about having a lot of users is it kind of at a certain point almost doesn't matter how much it costs to maintain them, as long as you can mercilessly monetize them enough. Now, to my knowledge, Discord doesn't have like a deep strategy for monetizing its users by selling their data and integrating with other platforms. If they do, hey, for all I know, they could actually be profitable. But what I can say almost for certain is that their strategy is not going to be as robust as the one that someone like Microsoft or someone like an Amazon or Google might have. So
apparently, Discord might lean on a lot of peer-to-peer solutions. I haven't looked into it at all. I would still be very surprised if they were profitable. It just like, yeah, I could be very off on the Nitro numbers, but I think there are very, very few Nitro subscribers compared to what you would expect from something like a Twitch.
So some sources have stated that Discord would be more likely to go public rather than entertaining an acquisition, but apparently 10 billion is enough to get Microsoft a seat at the table at least. They have apparently also held discussions with Epic Games and Amazon in the recent past. Epic didn't immediately respond to requests for comment, and Amazon declined to comment though. But with more than 100 million monthly active users, like guys, 100 million, and we're not talking 100 million, signups on the platform ever. We are talking monthly active users. It's absolutely incredible. Discord has completely transformed from like this sort of weird niche gamery chat platform to just, honestly, I can't think of a reason to use anything other than Discord. Other than that, I'm sort of terrified of what's going to happen to my data with Discord, because anything free I sort of find hard to trust.
And very few people do. Like I know some of the EVE Online community still uses Mumble.
Mumble's awesome.
I agree, but a lot of communities that are on things that aren't Discord are only on those things because they were already on those things way in the past. And there's been no real reason for them to move over.
It's very hard to justify the hassle of setting up a Mumble server when you can all just jump on Discord. Like, I'll be honest, for my son and like his friends, it is so much easier for me to just be like, yeah, you guys just use Discord. Like I'm supposed to navigate them all through like entering IP addresses and crap to join a Mumble server. Like I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
So something interesting that I don't necessarily think is in the doc, it might be, is some of the unique things that Discord has to offer that could be really, really cool for Microsoft. One of the big sticking points for Microsoft right now in its like, we want people to be able to game on multiple platforms thing, is that the Microsoft Store sucks. I don't even really have to add anything on top of that. Actually,
I think you made the point.
But the Microsoft Store just sucks. It's terrible. Nobody likes using it. like sentiment around it online is atrocious,
Yeah.
etc. Discord has a game store built into it.
Right.
That could actually be like pretty huge and could help them a lot. Even if it's just trying to shift sentiment, even if it's the same stupid broken store, if they make like some improvements and then also have it on Discord, they could really fix a lot of that sentiment and get a lot more people interested in getting games through the store. Maybe if the new Bethesda games that launch also launch through the Microsoft Discord store or something like that, I think that could be pretty huge.
Yep. Another thing that Discord could potentially do is be like a gamer-centric communication hub that they build into Xbox.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
as they continue to move towards, like you said, this cross-platform kind of future, it's clear that okay, you know what? It's not clear. I don't know what Microsoft is doing or has done. Like, I don't know what kind of specific learning disability they have that makes it hard for them to build a communication platform that just kind of works in every way. You know, going back, they were in the lead with MSN Messenger, and then they went through sort of like a very dark time when Skype was their best offering. And then what was it called? Like Lynx or something? What was like the
There was Lynx. Lynx was a thing.
Yeah, Lynx, and then Skype became like it took over Lynx's backend or something like that, but then stayed branded Skype for Business. And then the regular Skype one still ran on like the dog crap, easily exploitable old Skype backend. And then Teams is like, man, I need Teams
is
for
a
work.
lot of problems.
But
Teams is kind of garbage. Like oh man. Yeah.
If I could just use Discord, Luke, if you could switch to using Discord instead of Teams for work, would you just like do it?
Flowplane started on Discord.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There was a few different reasons why we switched. There's actually quite a few, but most of them were for reasons that wouldn't apply to like most situations.
Right, because you guys are on Slack now, right?
Yeah. And like Slack annoys the hell out of me too. And Slack has tons of problems. It's just the problems that Slack has for our use case are much more manageable than the problems that Discord had for our use case.
Right.
But oh geez, if I was on Teams, I would move to Discord in a heartbeat, no question. Screw Teams, dude. I hate it.
I know, it's just so
so unclear when someone's calling you.
I know. It's like, and just like notification delivery, if you have multiple devices, is an absolute nightmare. I don't know, man. And it just drops calls. You got people in the chat that are like, I don't think Teams is that bad. Like, all right, fair enough. Hey, you enjoy Teams. But
one of the problems with chat programs is, especially when they're for production environments, like Discord is essentially for gaming. If Discord goes down and has a problem or whatever, it's just
that's fair.
Just go do something else.
Use in-game voice.
Or that.
Yeah.
Or I was saying go do something else, but you could also just use something else. Like it doesn't really matter. You just need to hear your buddy's voice. Like who cares? There's a bunch of different solutions for that. If your work chat goes down or has any form of issue, really, to be completely honest, it's potentially catastrophic. And those days are horrible. And like luckily they don't happen that often, but whenever there's voice issues, you now have to potentially find another secure medium that all your employees have, and it doesn't waste a ton of time to get onto it.
Because when you're on the clock, it's like, when you're gaming or whatever, and it takes, it's that Seinfeld episode where each one of them kind of goes and makes a phone call or uses the bathroom or whatever else, and they can never actually go anywhere or do anything. When you're gaming, it's like, fine. It's like, oh, well, you know what? Luke's not back from giving his bird a bath or whatever micromanaging thing he's doing with his budgie. You know what? Let's just play around without him. Like, you can't do that when you're on a call with like, your local government about some zoning ordinance or something. Just everyone needs to be on the call. It's that simple. So man, would you still be completely comfortable using Discord if they were owned by Microsoft?
I'm not completely comfortable using Discord in its current state if it's for business stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Here's another question. What is your confidence level that Microsoft wouldn't manage to destroy Discord and just run
Oh,
it into the
very
ground?
low, very low. They have a track record of just like eliminating any communications platform they can possibly get their hands on. They have what is it? Seizing defeat from the jaws of victory. They encompass that with communications platforms to such an amazing T. Like MSN Messenger was actually just the most incredible thing ever.
Yeah.
And I know I'm kind of preaching to the preacher on this one because Lannis and I both love MSN Messenger.
We
But
did.
they had the world with MSN
Yep.
Messenger. Like they did, and then they just let it go.
And
like that was actually the most confusing thing in tech.
and
Like,
your
pretty close to the most
MSN
confusing thing ever.
your MSN profile page, which was like personalizable and like basically was the precursor to what would have been like a Facebook now, was just like this like bolted on add-on to MSN Messenger that absolutely had the potential to be people's like
It
social media
wasn't-
hub.
It wasn't really there yet.
No.
But like if they didn't get rid of MSN and they didn't get rid of the MSN profiles thing, they would have just killed. Someone said, what about ICQ? What about whatever? Yeah, there was a bunch of other ones. MSN was the king, and MSN was going to win.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Not even close.
Yeah.
Like the Gen what are we? Millennial? What is that? X, Y, Y? Gen Y. The Gen Y cohort was not interested in anything that wasn't MSN Messenger. Like ICQ was more like your Gen Xers, and they were switching. They were converting. ICQ was dying like long before MSN got replaced. Anyway, good luck, Microsoft. Please don't ruin it.
I don't think they're going to get it.
You don't think they're going to get it?
My hot take on this is
Ooh.
Discord is only tabling this to potentially increase their public offering value.
Oh, wow. That is spicy. You're probably right. You're probably right. You know, I wish that I could invest in like initial public offerings and stuff not because I think Discord has an amazing potential to make money, quite frankly, but just because every single tech IPO over the last couple of years has gone absolutely bonkers right after the opening bell. Like, and guys, I am not a financial advisor.
No.
This is all the ignorant ramblings of a smooth-brained ape. But sometimes I do look at these kinds of things, like the Roblox one. I'm just like, well, yeah, you know, it's a gaming tech IPO, and what did it go up like 75% or something in the first day?
Something
It's ridiculous.
crazy.
It's insane. So, I mean, if they go IPO, I would be surprised if they don't enjoy at least a degree of short-term success.